can see the integration of science and religion through the concept of equilibrium?
Well, part of it is, historically, science as a whole began with Newton and Galileo just before the 1756. But after that, there was a whole new range of scientific activities. People were free to think in new ways, and they weren't bound by their previous habits. The result is that many scientists thought that they could do things without God, but like Darwin and others, Laplace. But then this was the freedom that they had. And it's clear from what I've said earlier that spiritual growth requires love and wisdom together in equal quantities, so to speak. So having the intention of spiritual growth or the desire for spiritual growth by itself is not enough unless you can understand actually what's going on and how to manage and understand and live the spiritual growth. So it requires an understanding of the individual things that you meet. It requires an understanding of how regeneration works, an understanding of how temptation leads to regeneration, and so on. So there's lots of specific ideas about, say, temptation, which should be a part of everyone's religious education, but it's hardly ever discussed. And so I think my personal idea is that the Second Coming enabled science to begin again, and it started off by descending rather rapidly into a materialist basis. But in the time since then, it's become, we've understand quantum mechanics, which has revealed lots more internal degrees in nature, and then now we're trying to understand gravity. And so I think the combination of science and religion is making a new combination of love and wisdom, which in principle ought to be the best way for the future, but it's certainly taking a long time.